next up, we're going to be talking about financial planning with Ronald Wells. I'd like to welcome him to the stage right now. Thank you.
Hello, hello. All right, everybody, if you guys could please all stand up and hold your phones up. Everybody stand up, hold your phones up. Thank you, Jessica, because you did about 20% of my presentation. I appreciate that. So everybody hold your phones up. Everybody got their phones up? All right, I want everybody to go to their IG. Yep, y'all know how to get there, right? I want you guys to search me really quick, and I want you to put _financial_connector. That's _financial connector. You found me? Everybody found me? All right, follow me, please. At the end of this, you guys can book an appointment with me. That's usually $189 per person. You can book it with me for free. That's my gift to you. So after we get done with this presentation, follow me, click the link, and book an appointment. You can book an hour-long session with me after this presentation. All right? Everybody, if you've ever heard of the game of basketball, take a seat. Heard of the game of basketball? Take a seat. This is going to be important. First off, the reason why I said Jessica did my presentation for me, or at least 20% of it, is because first impressions matter. They do. When you guys hit a campus, before you guys leave this building, everybody should follow everybody on IG or Facebook or Twitter, wherever you guys have it. Connect with each other. It's about your online connection that matters now. I had to pull back and relearn a lot of things. Where I've come from the financial sector, and I also come from the legal sector. And every time I left the room, my dad told me, when I got to college campuses, this was back when cell phones were just being handed out to people all over the place. So before, this is 2004. A lot of you guys were born around that time, right? Yeah. Got it. So I hit college campuses in 2004. I'm the Facebook generation. Hey, you got Facebook at your college? Okay, connect with me. I'm that generation. My dad told me when I hit a college campus, whenever you meet somebody, get their name and their phone number. I didn't have to join a fraternity because of it. I do not recommend not joining a fraternity. It's one of the biggest regrets I ever did. So sorority, fraternity, whatever, join it. Any type, join it. The connections are amazing. All right? But I left college with 3,000 contacts. I met 3,000 people. I went to Publix in Tallahassee at Florida State. Saw a girl at the counter. I was like, hey, let me get your number. I'm just going to send a text. We're going to exchange. May not even talk to you right after that, but at least I got your number. But a lot of people, hey, let me get your Facebook, let me get your phone number. A lot of those people are my connections and my source to help you guys after our appointments. Because I only do so much. I work in finance and a little bit in legal. I'm a registered paralegal in the state of Florida, as well as a registered financial advisor and financial planner in about 7 states. So I've been in the game since about 2009, consistently in finance and in legal. I worked for the Palm Beach County Clerk and Comptroller's Office as a judicial assistant for about 7 judges in county criminal and circuit criminal. So legal questions and those particular venues, I can kind of help you out, especially in estate planning. So I'm going to get to it. So everybody's heard of the game of basketball, right? Hold on a second. No. All right. So you know about how many quarters are in the game of basketball? 4. Go team. And what did Miami Heat say when there's 2 minutes left? Dos minutos, exactly. So when we cut down to 2, we're going to cut it down, all right? Leslie. Oh, David Fine. Okay, fine. All right. So you guys have heard about me a little bit. Halo Management and Consultants is the name of my business. I just started it this year. 6 years prior, I was working down the street for a bigger firm with Northwestern Mutual called the Striano Group. It's great to get your bearings and your bones under a larger organization. You learn what you love about the organization, whether it be technology, education, etc. You learn what you hate about showing up to Monday meetings that don't really apply to you. So that's what you learn about before you become your own boss. Sometimes you got to work for a boss. And I work for a great couple of bosses, Ian Gordon, Pete Striano. My greatest quote from my financial connector, the IG, comes from Pete Striano, which is winners keep score. Everybody keeps score. Getting a contact is keeping score. So what we're going to talk about is budgeting. number one thing you guys need to learn about at your age. We're in the first quarter of life for you guys. The first quarter, we're actually in the preseason. So we're not even starting the game. You guys have a leg up on all of the competition because the game doesn't start really till you turn 29. You have 30 years to figure out retirement, and everybody wants to retire, right? Nobody wants to work forever. You want to be a Walmart greeter? Anybody? Does anybody grow up and say, I want to be a Walmart greeter? Anybody? Raise your hand. I'm waiting. You want to be a Walmart greeter? Go team. I would recommend Publix over Walmart, though. Maybe Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A like greeters, too. Chick-fil-A is great. I go there all the time. You see the gut, I got to get rid of it. So we're talking about budget. And the number one questions that we need to ask about budgeting is, where's my money going? A lot of people don't know where it's going. And in the preseason, it's a better understanding of what you're doing with your money. More times than not, you're getting it from a job like Chick-fil-A, Publix, something like that. Anybody in here got jobs? Raise your hand. Oh, a lot of y'all got jobs. Good job. I love your parents. All right. Second thing is, where your money is going is where you guys miss out completely. You don't know. You just swipe your little card, you keep it moving, right? Exactly. The next thing is, where should it be going? And we're going to talk about my budgeting method, which is 50-20-30. It's a very popular budget method. You can see it on YouTube or whatever, and I will give it to you in depth specifically for you when you guys book an appointment with me on my IG page. The link is right below my name. Next thing is, why should it be going then? You need to understand the why. If you understand the why, you'll know where it's going, and you'll know where it should be going. The next thing is, what am I worth? Anybody in here know exactly what they want to be when they grow up? Anybody? All right. You with the beige hoodie, who has her hand up? Right in the middle. You, right there. You just put your hand. You point to yourself. Right there, you. Yeah. Right in the middle, dead center. I'm pointing at you. You're looking to the side, but it's you. Yes. What do you want to be? Yes, you got your hand on your mouth. Yes, what do you want to be? What's your name?
Valeria.
Okay, and what do you want to be?
I want to be an animator and illustrator.
Do you know how much they get paid a year, average?
It depends on what position you get.
Okay, but give me the low end. 60,000, 70,000?
It's around 60,000.
60,000, okay. Do you have any children?
No.
Exactly. All right, do you know the average American takes care of their kids until they're 25?
I did not know that.
You can actually claim them on your taxes till they're 25. So, at $60,000 a year, everybody pull out their calculator. Everybody got their calculator out? Yes. Go team. Put down 60,000. And the number one thing that someone wants to take care of is, guess what? Their kids. So if I just told you, you take care of your kids till they're 25, what am I going to multiply that 60,000 by? Congratulations. Tell me what that number is.
1.5 million.
Congratulations. That's what you're worth, dead or alive. Everybody give her a round of applause. Now the question is, do you have enough? You actually can. So, and I'll tell you how in a minute, okay? But do you have enough, especially at your age, when you kind of know where you're going? You will have enough, because there's things that the American government allows you to have that'll get you to that place you want to go. So that's the reason why we need to know where our money should be going and the why of where it should be going. Okay. So the 50-20-30 rule. The 50-20-30 rule is very simple. You take half of what that 60,000, so put 60,000 in your calculator and divide it by 2, and then divide it by 12. So take half of 60,000, that's 30,000, and then divide it by 12. How much is it?
2,500.
2,500 is what you should be spending on your necessities. We try to fit every single one of your bills into that 50%. We really do try, including your fund money. But if we cannot fit $2,500 into what you spend on a monthly basis, whether it be your mortgage, your lights, your car, your bills, your insurance, your kids' education, whatever the case may be, We try to fit that $2,500 into that 50%. All right, now take 60,000 times 0.20 and divide it by 12. $60,000 times 0.20 and then divided by 12. What is that number? 1,000. That's your 20%. That is your future. So we'll talk about your future in a minute, but that $1,000, or what is it? 1,000 what? 1,000 bucks. That 1,000 bucks per month is what you should be spending towards your future. And that is what we're talking about, the fourth quarter of life. We need to prepare for it as early as possible. If you start at 18, 19, 17 years old, you'll be way ahead of the game. You'll have $5, $6 million by the time you retire if you're working with somebody like me. Now, when we're talking about the 50%, right? Revolving bills like rent, mortgage, utilities, insurance, credit cards, daycare, tuition, leases, on cars and things like that. Subscriptions like Amazon, iTunes, your work technology apps, etc. We're also talking about food and vacations. We're planning for those things as well. Me, 3 months ago, I was planning for my 2 daughters. When you follow me, you'll see my daughters every Friday. I call it Family Friday. You'll see them every Friday. We planned for summer camp back in March. So they're going to East Coast Flames. They're going to be dancing and all other stuff, looking like dancing dolls and all that other crap. Costs $4,000 for the summer, but hey, it is what it is when you got 2 kids. But at the end of the day, that's what we're planning for. Now, the 30%. This is the most important part to me. So you're going to take 60,000, multiply it by 0.30, and divide that by 12. Tell me what that number is, please. How much? 1,500. You get $1,500 a month to go blow on whatever you want, and I want you to go blow it. It is really important for you to go blow that money. If you don't blow that money, and you're one of my clients, you have 3 months to blow all of your YOLO money in that 3-month period. Whatever you do not spend, you have to spend it where I tell you to spend it. And no one likes to spend it where I tell them to spend it until they retire. But YOLO is so important to me. Because if you're not having fun, guess what? When it hits the fan, try not to curse, when it hits the fan, you're going to blow the 20% that we already set aside, which is going towards savings and your future. Happy people don't make bad decisions when something bad inevitably happens. How many people had somebody die in their family? Exactly. How many people had a bad day? Exactly. How many people had a breakup? How many people got bullied at some point in time in school?
Oh.
See how many bad decisions you can make after that? That's why YOLO is important. When happy people are making good money decisions and they are actually spending some of their money, they love me. So I prefer you to use your YOLO money before you save that $1,000 that we talked about in the 20%. Because when we get to the 20%, it's very important for you guys to understand that consistency is key. It's like working out. I wouldn't have this belly. I would still have my 6-pack from my 20s. I'm 37 now. If I would have just did some push-ups every fucking morning. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. But you get where I'm coming from, all right? I apologize, guys. So, the 20. We have to understand that there are two sides to this coin. Remember we were talking about quarters of life, right? And playing basketball, two-way basketball. Jimmy Butler plays defense and offense, am I correct? Yeah. Jimmy Bucks plays both ways. Nikola Jokic is a liability on defense, but he tries. Jamal Murray took that ball away from LeBron James at the end of that game, right? He ain't the greatest defender, but he tried, right? Offensive, defensive planning is important. So offensive planning, everybody knows about it. Everybody heard about stocks? Yeah. Everybody heard about bonds? Yeah. Everybody ever heard about ETFs and all the other crazy stuff? You know, cryptocurrency, all that's offensive planning. All right? We use 5% of that 20% we talked about. We use a quarter of that money, $250 a month, on that part of offensive planning. We use another quarter of that money, $250 a month, to save towards real estate. I have a 23-year-old right now who just closed on a house, and she's a lash artist. You guys can get homes. Homes are the foundation for wealth in America, period. It is no discussion. There is nothing I can do better than getting you prepared to buy a house. At all. Houses appreciate so much. Prime example, I bought a house, my first house in 2013 in Atlanta, Georgia, for $97,000. I sold it September of last year for $321,000.
Oh.
I only owed 20 grand on that house. That means I had to cut a check to the bank after I sold it for 20 grand, and I netted $360,000. Homes in 10 years earned me $360,000. I can't do that in the stock market with a safety net and say, for sure I can do that. There's risk in everything. But the housing market, every 10 years, has 3 bad. The other 7 are remarkable. Amazing. And you still have the lowest home rates in the history of man. My parents, with A1 credit back in the 1980s, bought a house and they had 14% interest. My interest rate when I had a 670 credit score in 2013 was 3% interest. I paid way less for my home. And my parents' house and my house were the same amount of money. That was the mortgage they had in 1989. But I spent at least 40 grand less over that time period. That's the difference. And interest rates right now are 6%. Still low. In 1994, they bought another house in Lake Charleston, Westlake Worth. They had an 8% interest rate. I just refied for 4.3. That was last year this time. I'm just telling you, houses are the way to go. The next way is saving. Look, I love people who are super savers. I get it. People love to save their money. But there's a limit to saving your money. You're only allowed to have 6 months of what you have to spend on a monthly basis in your 50% pie in your savings. After that, we're tossing it into your real estate account. So if you spend $2,500 a month in our scenario, 2,500 times 6 is what? Somebody do it on their calculator real quick. You're only allowed to have $15,000 in your savings. After that, stop saving. Unless you accumulate another bill, multiply it by 6, and put it inside that account. That's it. If you have $15,000 in savings, you have enough to survive. Because disability coverage kicks in after 90 days. And most pay 100% after 6 months. And then the last thing is insurance. We talk about life, health, disability income, long-term care, retirement. We also talk about Medicare plans like Part A, Part B. We explain what those are. That's called traditional Medicare. We also talk about supplement plans as well as Advantage plans. Why you should choose each one of those when you start heading towards retirement. So, what do we do with YOLO money? Please tell me. If you do not blow your YOLO money in the 3 months, what do you have to do? No, spend it where I tell you to spend it. My kids like Disney. All right, next thing is, how much do you spend on all your bills in a month? 50% of what you make. And what do you do with the 20%? Exactly. Congratulations, you guys got it. Everybody follow me on Instagram? Yes. Book your appointment. It is free. I'm telling you, I charge $189 for somebody like Leslie and Shanny just to talk to me. So please understand, take advantage of all the free stuff. When you meet somebody in this room or any room you walk into in college, I don't care if it's in the lunchroom, I don't care if it's on the yard, I don't care if it's at a fraternity. Get their contact information and lock it in. Your contacts are your value. A lot of people will do a lot of crap for you for reduced prices or free. I promise you that. My friends, they get a call from me. All right, Ron, I got you. Whatever I can do for them, I got you. Oh, you need something? I got you. I'm telling you, I'm the I got a guy. That's my value. Nobody's going to have more contacts than me. Thank you guys for your time. Do you guys have any questions? Go team. Oh, wait, hold on. Uh-huh.
For me, I'm like extremely scared of going into debt, and I've already started saving, save a good amount of money. And I was as a first year college student, would you recommend taking out like a loan or anything?
If you're broke, you've qualified for FAFSA. If you don't qualify for FAFSA, get the loan because it's dumb cheap. Just pay it back before you get out of school. That's it.
Is that subsidized?
All that stuff is subsidized. They'll pay for it. And then ask Leslie and Shannon, they're way more adept than all that other stuff. Or if your financial aid coordinators, they help you out immensely. Those people get paid a lot of money to talk to you for free. Anybody else?
We have to halt.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I got to go. Have a great one. If you have a question, book an appointment with me. I will answer all of them, I promise. Have a good one, guys. Thank you so much.